You ever have that feeling? You know, the one where the city's noise fades just enough for you to hear your own heartbeat, and suddenly every shadow feels alive? Yeah, I've been there too. But sometimes the darkness isn't just in the alleyways or in the silence. Sometimes it's in what you don't see, what you don't understand. And tonight, I learned that the city's secrets aren't just hidden. They're waiting for you to listen. It was late, way past midnight, and I was walking home through the old part of town, the part most people avoid after dark. You know the one. Cracked pavement, flickering streetlights, buildings that lean in like they're whispering something. I didn't plan to stay out that long, but I got caught up in the rhythm of the night, the hum of distant cars, the occasional shout from a late-night crowd. As I turned down that familiar alley narrow, with graffiti peeling off the brick walls, I felt it again. That strange prickling at the back of my neck, like I was being watched. I paused for a moment, listening. Nothing but the wind and the distant echo of footsteps. I shrugged it off and kept walking. That's when I saw it, the faint glow at the alley's end. Not streetlight glow, but something softer, like the glow of a candle flickering behind a crack in a door. I hesitated, my instincts telling me to turn back, but curiosity pushed me forward. I stepped closer, and that's when I heard it, the whisper. Not words exactly, but a murmur, like a voice carried on the wind. It was faint, almost drowned out by the city's noise, but it was there. I froze, listening. The voice was calling my name, no. It was whispering my name, over and over. I reached the alley's end and peeked around the corner. There was nothing there, just an empty street, shadows stretching long across the pavement. But the whispering continued, softer now, almost like a lullaby. I looked up at the building beside me, an old abandoned warehouse that had been empty for years. That's when I saw it faint, flickering light coming from a broken window. I thought about leaving, about the sensible thing to do. But something pulled me in, a strange compulsion. I stepped inside. The air was thick with dust and the smell of old wood and forgotten memories. I moved cautiously, my footsteps echoing through the empty space. Then I saw a small flickering candle on the floor, surrounded by strange symbols drawn in chalk. That's when I heard it again this time, right behind me. I spun around but saw nothing. Just the shadows dancing on the wall. And then I saw it, the reflection in the broken glass of a nearby mirror. My own face, but not quite. There was something else behind me, an outline, faint and blurry, like a shadow that wasn't meant to be there. My heart pounded. I tried to tell myself it was just my imagination, but the whispering grew louder, clearer. It was calling me, urging me to listen, to understand. Suddenly, the room seemed to shift. The shadows lengthened, twisting into shapes I couldn't explain. I felt a cold breeze brush past me, and in that moment I realized I wasn't alone. Something else was in the alley with me, something unseen, waiting in the darkness. And then I heard it, an unmistakable voice, clear as day, whispering into my mind, "You're not supposed to be here." That's when I knew I had to get out. But the thing is, once you hear the city's secrets, once you listen to what lurks in its shadows, you can't unhear it. Sometimes the echoes stay with you long after the night is over, long after the alley is empty again. So I ran. I didn't look back. But I still hear her voice sometimes, in the quiet moments, whispering from the darkness. And I wonder, what if I had stayed? What if I had listened just a little longer? And that, my friends, is the city's secret. Sometimes it's better not to know what's hiding in the shadows, because once it's heard, it never really leaves.